Globalization is quite the peculiar topic. I will be detailing the pros of globalization. With globalization comes the freedom to choose. Globalization can free people from the tyranny of geography. This quote best explains what this means. Just because someone was born in France does not mean that they can only aspire to speak French, eat French food, read French books. With the freedom to choose also comes increased freedom of choice with cultural experiences that could not always be enjoyed before, with geographical borders. Another point that comes with globalization is the impact of language. Sure, English may be becoming a global language, or is becoming a global language, if we were to disregard Mandarin, but the fact is that people that are currently learning English are learning English with their native language, and potentially other language if they so wish to challenge themselves. English may be displacing Indian speakers in the United States of America, but that does not equal the stamping out of foreign languages such as Norwegian. Other people are in fact learning their languages just to speak with their families. Another point that comes with globalization is the cross-cultural exchange. Globalization can spread both diversity and the semblance of similarity throughout the world. An example of this is that metropolises are able to support more restaurant diversity, such as professional chefs putting their culture into their dishes, and in gourmet restaurants and McDonald's restaurants, or generally fast food chains spreading around the world, spreading your typical American culture. The spread of culture comes through restaurant diversity. There is also a global market for cultural products, allowing many an artist to flourish. With the cross-cultural exchange being a factor of globalization, there are difficulties with artists seeing many an audience, which means they may have to meet demands, which could be to reduce quality of cultural goods. But this can easily be countered, or I shouldn't say easily, but it can still be countered by hobbyists, fans, generally artistic pride, and professional critics to keep the standard of cultural goods high. To think about globalization, we are going to go from a point of an optimistic perspective. Globalization allows culture lovers to have much more quality choices with cultural products. Again, artists have more audiences to reach. It has become a global shopping mall of culture and perspectives, worldviews, because we have communication technology such as the television, radio, and the internet. Western ideas are also reshaping people's views of themselves as earthlings. Sure, our ideas may be taking over the world, but we have also contributed to slavery abolishment, and also philosophy, and our philosophy has swept the world, influencing many people for the better. Of course, this is up to them to accept that. Another point that comes with globalization is the fact that it is a two-way street. There comes independence from Europe's former colonial powers, such as Canada and the United States of America being former colonies of Britain. But I will focus on this. You can see Algerian suburbs in Paris, but no French suburbs in Algiers. Muslims are becoming a growing minority in Europe, but Christians are disappearing in the Middle East. It is a two-way street. You give something for something in return. An exchange. There's also been a lot of immigration into America. In between 1990 and the 20th century, foreign-born American residents grew from 6 million to under 25 million. This allows regional cultures to revive, along with a mix of cultures and ethnicities, such as Amexia. Again, with globalization comes a global communication of ideas. Globalization also contributes to another point, creating new identities. There is less national identity for relevant ideas to follow. What this basically means is that national identity tends to be lost for ideas that may contribute better to their well-being or for society as a whole, for Earth as a whole.